My fiancé declared. Our love is toxic. Choose me or your family. I replied, done. Then I chose my family and sent her a bill for her share of wedding deposits. She was frantically calling my family, claiming I didn't understand her ultimatum. I, 32M, was engaged to Amber, 29F. We'd been together 4 years, wedding planned for next spring. Invitations nearly ordered. Deposits paid on a venue, caterer, photographer, the works. Around $20 spent, mostly from my savings, with an understanding we'd square up her half later. Yeah, I know. Lesson learned. The last few months things got edgy, especially about my family. My sister Grace, 28F, just had her first baby, Bobby. My parents are thrilled. I'm a new uncle, stoked. We're close. Sunday dinner's always there for each other. Normal stuff for us. Amber started making comments. They're a bit much. Do we have to go over again? Grace only talks about the baby. I tried to explain, suggesting she'd get it more if she had a niece-nephew or when we had kids. Bad idea. Are you calling me unmaternal? She'd fire back. Everything became an attack. Last Saturday, it blew up. BBQ at my parents'. Grace and Bobby would be there. Amber flat out refused to go. Why not? Because Logan, I'm sick of your family. They're always there in our business. Our love is toxic because of them. You never choose me, it's them. You need to choose. Me or your family. Her voice was pure acid. My family had only ever been welcoming, even with her moods. Something in me just snapped into place. Calmly. Done, I said. Amber blinked. Done what? You'll tell them to back off? No, Amber, I said, my voice even. We're done. I choose my family. You need to pack. She actually laughed. Logan, don't be dramatic. You don't mean that. You didn't get what I meant. I got it perfectly, I replied. Ultimatum given, choice made, weddings off, we're over. I walked out, grabbed my keys, drove to my parents. Left her looking stunned. Told my family. Mom cried. Dad looked furious. Grace was just sad for me. It stung. Bad. But honestly, there was also this weird wave of relief. Sunday morning, back at the apartment, mine now. She'd taken some stuff, left a lot. Then the texts started. Demanding, confused, then outright angry. Logan, you're overreacting. You can't just cancel a wedding like this. I didn't mean it like that. You were supposed to pick me. Then we'd set boundaries with your family. Nope, that's not how it works. Spent Sunday calling vendors, caterer, photographer, venue. Explained. Sympathy, yes, but contracts are contracts. Deposits, non-refundable. Duh. Monday morning, spreadsheet time. Every wedding expense, $23.50. Her share, $10,175. Emailed her. Wedding cancellation, your share of deposits owed. Attached invoices, highlighted non-refundable bits. Amber, as the wedding is canceled at your instigation, please find attached a summary of non-refundable deposits. I require your share of $10,175 within 14 days. Otherwise, small claims court. Logan. The explosion was instant. My phone went nuts. Calls from her, texts. Then her mom, Marilyn. Her sister, Alexis. Marilyn. Logan, honey. Terrible misunderstanding. Amber's a mess. She loves you. You can't bill her for a wedding you canceled. Marilyn, I said. Amber gave an ultimatum. I chose. She ended it. The financial fallout is shared. Alexis. You're a monster, Logan. She's heartbroken and you send a bill? She was just trying to make things stronger. Boundaries are discussed, Alexis. Ultimatums are declarations of war. She declared it. She pays her share of the damages. Amber finally got me on the phone. Crying, yelling. Logan, you didn't understand. I meant we needed to talk about them, not that you actually choose. Why are you doing this? You're supposed to love me. Fight for me. You mean throw my family away for you, Amber? No. The bill stands. Pay it or court. Click. Blocked her number and on social media. Now she's blowing up my family's phones, wailing about misunderstandings and cruelty. My family's just hanging up or telling her to talk to me, which she can't, directly. This is just round one. The entitlement is off the charts, but so is my resolve. Choice made. Oh, and Grace sent me a picture of baby Bobby wearing a onesie that says, "My uncle is the best." That definitely helped. Update 1, 2 weeks later. The past fortnight has been an education in peak entitlement and manipulation from Amber and her crew. Thanks for the support on the original post. Good to know I'm not losing it. The 14-day deadline for Amber's $10,175 share of wedding deposits came and went. No payment. Shocker. Instead, I got the Amber Entitlement Power Hour, featuring the failed love bomb. Since she was blocked on my phone, she switched to email. Long, rambling manifestos about her mistake, how wedding stress made her say toxic, I did most of the planning, B2, and how she realizes now family is important, but we needed to be the priority. She'd even consider apologizing to my family if I dropped the ridiculous bill. That's not an apology, honey. Deleted. The flying monkeys. Her mom, Marilyn, and sister Alexis went full attack mode. Daily calls to my parents. Mom was too polite initially, Dad just started hanging up. Grace got vile DMs from Alexis on Insta, blocked. Alexis even tried ambushing Dad at his golf club. He gave her the silent treatment. Club security had a word. Classy. The mutual friends, gaslight attempt. A few mutuals reached out, clearly fed Amber's sob story. One, Randy, was clearly given an edited version. Dude, Amber's a wreck. Said you just flipped out and canceled everything over nothing. Now you're trying to bankrupt her. I laid out the ultimatum, verbatim. Randy went quiet. Oh, she, skipped that part. You think? The Insta Victim Tour. Amber's public Instagram became a shrine to her heartbreak and betrayal. Vague, sad-face selfies. Alexis, naturally, was in comments naming me and throwing around terms like abusive narcissist. Screenshot saved. My response? Continued radio silence with Amber and her immediate family. Truth for friends who asked. And the day after the payment deadline, I filed in small claims court. Served her the papers via registered mail to her parents' address, where she's apparently holed up. Filing fees added to the total owed, of course. Then there was her stuff. She'd left a mountain of it. Clothes, shoes, those awful decorative llamas she loved. Her emails, once love bombing failed, became demands. Pack it all, deliver it, or let her come over for a few days to sort it. My one-line email reply, Amber, your belongings will be boxed by my doorstep on Saturday at 2 p.m. You have 30 minutes to collect. Uncollected items will be donated Monday. This is the only available time. Logan. 2 more email outrage from her and Marilyn. Unreasonable. Can't possibly make it. Trying to steal her valuables. It was mostly fast fashion and impulse buys, but whatever. Saturday, 2 p.m. 10 boxes neatly stacked outside. Watched from the window. 2:05 p.m. Alexis pulls up. Glared at the boxes, glared at my window, and started aggressively chucking them into her car. 3 trips, much huffing. Gone by 2:25 p.m. Didn't ring the bell. Perfect. Court date is in 6 weeks. Amber received the summons. About 3 hours after Alexis picked up the boxes, I got a call from an unknown number. It was Marilyn, predictably hysterical and shrieking about court papers and how I was ruining Amber's future. I simply stated, "The matter is now for the courts, Marilyn," and ended the call. Added that number to my block list too. Apparently, accountability equals ruining her future. The audacity is breathtaking. My family's been great. Mom joked we can upgrade our coffee now. It's the little things. I'm actually good. Annoyed but clear-headed. This isn't revenge. It's about facing the music. She wrote the song. I'm just making her listen to the playback. Grace sent another cute pic of Bobby. That kid really has good timing. Update 2. 6 weeks later, court day and the aftermath. This is it, the grand finale. Or at least the final update I plan to write on this saga. It's been a trip. The road to court. The 6 weeks leading to the hearing were more. Just more of everything. Harassment level up. Amber, Marilyn, and Alexis decided that escalating was the key to making me fold. My work email, how F did they even get that, started getting hit with Amber's emo rants. You're destroying me, I'll never recover. Filtered straight to a documentation folder, unread. Marilyn CC'd HR on an email painting me as unstable and vindictive, and a financial predator. My boss, Leslie, is a legend. I'd given her the short version. She saw the email, rolled her eyes, and told HR it was a personal vendetta, baseless. Died there, but damn, low blow. The lowball negotiation. A week before court, a letter from a lawyer. Definitely not a top-tier firm, more like a 1-800-BAD-LEGAL vibe. Amber was willing to offer $2,000 as a gesture of goodwill, citing her emotional distress and limited means. Oh, and it demanded I publicly apologize for her trauma. I actually snorted. My lawyer, brief consult for correct wording, sent back. Amount owed, $10,175 plus $155. Filing fees equals $10,325. Based on documented, shared liabilities. No apology. See you in court. The 11th hour plea with a side of entitlement. A few days before court, Mom gets a call from Amber's aunt, Lori. Amber equals verge of breakdown. Can't eat, sleep, terrified of court. Lori begs Mom to make Logan see sense. Mom, bless her cotton socks. Amber made her bed. He's asking for what's fair. She should have thought of that. Lori also mentioned Amber had been talking excitedly to cousins about a much-needed relaxing spa weekend. She was planning to de-stress after all this. She didn't have concrete proof, but the timing was suspicious. It planted a seed. D-Day in court. Suited up, calm, folder of evidence ready. Printouts, ultimatum text, itemized bill invoices, non-refundable clauses, proof of service, Alexis's charming social media stylings. Based on Lori's tip, I also did a quick online search and found the public website for a popular local spa, noting their prices for typical weekend packages. Amber arrived with Marilyn. Amber looked like death warmed over. Marilyn looked ready for war. Our case called. Judge, no nonsense, older woman. I stated my claim simply. Engagement, deposits, ultimatum, choice, cancellation, her share owed. Presented the bill and key invoices. Amber's turn. Few waterworks. Huge misunderstanding. Never meant for him to actually choose. Just needed boundaries. I overreacted. I unilaterally canceled. She shouldn't pay because I called the vendors. Marilyn tried to heckle from the gallery. He's bullying her. Judge gave her a death stare. Ma'am, speak again. You wait outside. Marilyn fumed silently. Judge to Amber. Miss Amber's last name. Did you give Mr. Both an ultimatum? Me or your family? Amber hesitated, glanced at Marilyn, mumbled, yes, but I didn't think. Judge. Yes or no, Miss Name? Amber softly. Yes. Deposits for a wedding you both intended. Yes, but. Clauses non-refundable. Glanced at my docs. Amber looked lost. Her cut-rate lawyer, not present, clearly hadn't prepped her. I presented the email with the bill, showing it was for her share. Judge to Amber, when one party issues an ultimatum directly causing an engagement's dissolution, they typically bear responsibility for shared financial losses. Your ultimatum caused this. You're liable. Then the pièce de résistance. Judge asked Amber about her financial situation, as Amber had claimed limited means in her lawyer's letter. Amber whined about her modest salary. Calmly, I asked the judge if I could address the claim of limited means based on recent information regarding discretionary spending plans. The judge nodded. I mentioned the information about a planned spa weekend from her Aunt Lori and presented the spa's typical package pricing from their public website, suggesting such an expense seemed at odds with a claim of severe financial distress. This information about her plans for a luxury spa weekend, Your Honor, came to light just a few days ago. Amber went white. Marilyn audibly gasped. Lori's tip had paid off. The judge just arched an eyebrow. She didn't even comment on it, but the point was made. Judgment, for me, full amount, $10,325. Amber had 30 days to pay. Otherwise, wage garnishment, bank levies, the works. The fallout. Amber full-on sobbed. Marilyn went crimson, muttering about appeals. Good luck with that from small claims on no grounds. I grabbed my papers, thank you, Your Honor, and walked. Didn't look back. Hallway. Marilyn accosted me. You rotten man, she hissed. You'll regret this. We'll appeal. Marilyn, I said, tired but firm. It's done. Judge ruled. Tell Amber to pay. This was all her. Walked away. The revenge wasn't just the money, though $10 is $10. It was public truth. Amber forced to admit the ultimatum in court. No more. He misunderstood. It's on record. Entitlement demolished. The look on her face when the judge, a neutral authority, laid down the law. Years of enablers, looking at you, Marilyn, meant nothing against cold hard facts. The spa plan implication, highlighting her potential discretionary spending against her claims of poverty. Delicious. What now? Will she pay in 30 days? 50-50. If not, garnishment it is. Hassle, but it's principle now. Her supporters? Crickets. Hard to spin. Amber lost in court, admitted ultimatum, and might be prioritizing spa days over debts. The best revenge? Sticking to facts, letting their actions create their consequences. She demanded a choice. I chose. She didn't like it. She didn't like the bill. Now a judge says she pays. My family's thrilled. Celebratory pizza night. Grace hugged me. Proud of you for standing up for us. That hug? Worth more than $10,325. Amber wanted me to choose. I chose my family, myself, and sanity. She's learning that choices, especially entitled ones, have price tags. Good.